talking last time, you mentioned when the road ended at Harvey's, and I didn't realize that.
Well, the road came right up through here and down by the spring.
Went right through there below the spring. Came right to that big tree in there. The creek bed was the road. Down there right below where that water pours on there. That was that. And went right on out on the other side there. And went up,
about halfway that field, turned left.
Yeah, about halfway. Just sort of over to the foot of the hill, turned back to the left. And then went into the woods over together. And all this up through there from that fence where Carl on the other side of the road there,
we
it was
took
growed
you
up.
that way one time.
It was growed up.
Yeah, people could drive a car through there.
Yeah, they drove a car. This is where
Uncle Harvey did all the time. He had a peddling truck.
Well, what time did you get through when it's bad? Well, you just.
And he would drive a peddling truck all through those woods and then.
When did this road come?
Pop was up in Michigan in the 40s.
In the 40s.
Now, the road came through here all the time.
It came down
to here.
It came
and stopped it on the heart.
Come here. There used to be a gate right up there. Used to be a wooden gate right up there. Come through here. Well, that was nothing uncommon. I mean, a lot of people, when you went through, you just got out and opened the gates and went on through. But it come right through here and right on down through there. That's the way it went.
Between our house and barn. The barn was for Leonard's house.
Then there was a road from our barn where Leonard's house is over to Uncle Harvey.
Yeah, went right across.
Right across
go through there. And there was a gate right down there.
Below the barn?
Yeah.
Where you could enter.
Well, now that was the newer barn. The old barn was down there. The old log barn was down there closer. Well, actually at the end of my house there, you might say, down at that lower end is where the old log barn is at. And then there was a little house down there over the spring. There was a spring house like there.
Kept
with
the milk
an
in there.
upstairs.
That's the way we keep the milk cool.
And we had a little crib. We had a corn crib out there then.
Yes, I remember the corn crib and I remember the old barn.
We kept black snake in there. We'd have to go
We
and
used
shell
to-
corn. And the black snake would run.
But now to keep milk cool, in that spring house, the branch ran through there, and Cleve built shelves around. But Eugene brought their milk down here, and Bertha brought their milk over here. And in the morning,
Eugene was still living at home?
Yeah, she was still home. Well, now Ollie's the one that brought the milk down here. That's for Ollie married.
Well, I was going to say, Eugene.
It was Ollie that brought the milk down here. And we'd all churn down there for morning, maybe all at the same time, just this old-fashioned churning. But we'd keep our milk, but Jim Brown's folks would bring their milk out here part of the time.
And part of the time, they just let it down out there. They had a well out there, and they just put it on a rope and let it down in the water out there. I know one time it turned over and it got milk in the water. It takes a while to clear up, you know. When they do that, you have to wait that water run out, you know. They couldn't drink the water.
But if we was go have chicken for breakfast and knew the day before we wanted, we'd kill it and put it in a bowl and something covered up good, take it down there and set it in the water for the night to keep it from spoiling for morning.
That's what Mace wanted me to do down there, to fix a place for watermelon and stuff. Where that comes out, she's wanted me to bring it back around here somewhere and dig out, you know, let the water run in here and then have a
place to keep things cool.
Yeah, and let them run on out, you know, we can just lay watermelon and stuff. Which be similar to what I got down here where this
by the barn.
By the barn.
Yeah.
Be similar to that. Of course, that water would be colder just coming, be more of it
coming directly out of the spring.
Yeah, that's 60-something degrees, I think is what that is down there.
I don't know, but when we would come in out of the field in the hot summertime and come to that spring and get a drink, it was just right. So much cooler.
It's just a little bit cold. I know to take a bath in, just like it is.
Yes.
Just a little too cold for that.
So pleasant.
Well, what I intend to do with that, Jim, if we ever put city water on us up here, is to put trout fish in that down there. So they'll live in that blue water. You go about making a good trout place in there now to raise you some trout fish. The idea. Put them right in that spring.
A trout pond down there and they'll fish, you know.
Oh, you can put them in there.
People come back and catch them.
Did the fences change a lot from year to year?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they didn't change a lot. They just used to be a lot different. You didn't hardly ever move a fence once you had them old rail
No,
fences.
that's what I meant. Did the fences move much?
No,
not much then.
You had rails then most of the time.
most of them was rail fences.
Right
have wire
through there was a rail
there
fence,
was a rail
poison oak. It was the side.
Of course, they
Uncle
just
Harvey
grow
had-
up. You didn't have to cut them out.
Uncle Harvey had the meanest mule. They were.
We we was
Scared to
talking
death
the
of
other
them.
day is,
Mhm.
I don't know whether it was we was going to Yulene, somebody though, we was going along the road and we was looking after the yard is mowed, and I mentioned about before they was lawnmowers.
Yes, that was when we were
I
going
was
down
thinking
Eulene's.
that.
Mhm.
Before they was lawnmowers, you couldn't do nothing on just what you cut with a hoe or.
Oh, I remember well when Papa made the first weed cutter. Do you remember that sling weed cutter thing we had? Before that, we'd use a corn knife if we.
There
cut
wasn't
anything.
a lawnmower on the place here until while we was in Michigan, and I sent you money to get one.
That's in the late 40s.
Uh-huh.
But I remember well when he
And then
made the
if you
first
didn't have
sling
to
weed
cut
cutter.
in, you could never cut it with them or push type. Like
Oh,
that.
you had.
I mean, you just pushed them. It just was like that gasoline job you got up there at the barn. You know, you just pushed them. You couldn't push it through heavy grass. You know.
If the blades wasn't kept real sharp.
But
You had to
people
cut
would
it
just
small.
have a path that's kind of along their clothesline and a path out from the house, and well, the weeds would get as high as your head right around the back of the house or something where you
Why
didn't mow.
didn't people get more
Well, now you
back
didn't.
than they
It didn't have to be like that because
No,
everybody
it's just
had a
something
mowing machine.
you accepted.
You accepted it.
I
And
didn't
live
know
with it.
everybody this legal. I'd bring our cow and put her in the yard. I'd just take a string, tie it from one tree to another.
Needed to go then.
We sure
Yes.
needed to go too.
Now I remember well though that along this road, well, it would have been along in here. This is another thing that tells me all this, the grade of this
Well,
land
they
has
grade that up.
changed.
Oh,
Oh,
rock bed.
that was low.
Um,
You can see how low it is on the
Do you
far
remember
side.
though when the three of us got in the attic and found all these old clothes and
I've
dressed
got
up like
the-
Yeah,
silly
I got a
hillbillies?
picture of it.
I've got the picture.
And we were along here. Now all that was clear at that time, I remember, and there were peach trees along here.
Yes, but this was when Houston and I lived here when we did this.
When we dressed up,
Yes.
maybe.
No.
You were in service. I mean, he was.
No.
No, he wasn't in
no.
service.
Earlier
You
than
were
that.
in Michigan, weren't you?
Yes, I
You
was
were in
home from Michigan.
Well, see, you went to Michigan in the late 40s,
42.
right? Oh, no, you went in 42.
January 43.
Okay. But Houston and I lived here.
Well,
didn't we?
that's probably why it was so clean then along the road here. But I do remember from that picture, we had flower beds and all along the road, I remember.
Well, maybe we didn't live here. Maybe Mom was still here. And Papa was in Michigan, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was here
I'm not
when
sure
she
exactly when it
went.
was. I just remember those some pictures we had.
It could have been right
Here
before
along
they
the
went to service. Just before you went to service.
I don't know.
When'd you go to service? No. You were already in service in
I
the
went to
40s.
service in 44.
now I would say it was before he left.
Houston went 41.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say it was before Leonard left. Those
Well, I had
Then
a
before
high,
you left, well, he
I
was
had a
already
high
in service.
draft. I had a high draft number. Mine was 18
Yeah.
or something. I
Yes.
swear.
But
Well,
now,
it's after he
Joe
went, and
went
I
before
still
I
lived
did.
here with Mama.
the cinnamon tree over there is where you hung yourself, wasn't it? To a limb of the cinnamon tree.
So here on this side.
I thought it was right across the road from the mail.
What was
No.
over here? Peach trees?
No, the limbs were too high.
All those
And-
apple trees up
Peach
over
trees?
here. I don't know what all kind of trees. We've had a lot of them down. But
Oh,
what all kind
gee,
of
it's
trees
changed
was
so
in
much. Now, at the far end
They
of
was-
this trailer, they used to be a peach orchard all in there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know where I built
Old
a
Indian
play,
peaches.
built a playhouse
Yeah.
for you girls.
Right.
That was right out from the house where it burned there.
But I can't see why nobody else remembers the trees that the chickens roost in down through
The cedars.
I thought
I
they were
remember
on
that.
this side of the road.
No.
The chickens roost right up there.
And that's
Up
where I
there.
think it
Where
was.
the
See,
then.
I
chickens
say they were
all
on that side.
Well, there
Oh.
were two cedar trees
Right.
right here, and the
The
chickens.
cinnamon tree up there. There was a gate right across the road up there.
Yeah.
And that persimmon tree.
yes.
Stands
Yeah.
on. And the cedar trees was right not far from where
And,
that pond is. Is where
Well, I
the
ain't seen
chickens
chickens didn't roost over there sometime, but the
It
main
seems to
roost,
me like they were right
main
over
roost
there.
was right up here.
And they would sit there in cold weather 2 or 3
Well,
days. They
yeah,
wouldn't come in.
ice and stuff on
Well, okay, wasn't that the old road always?
it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still
The
say
lane.
the cedar trees were on the far side.
Oh,
of
they
that road.
were. At the time when the buggy went
I'm
off,
glad somebody.
the buggy went off below this second cedar tree down
Right.
Well,
there.
I don't
Those
remember.
cedar
I,
trees
I,
up there.
I don't remember cedar
I know.
trees being over
Yes, we
I
had
know
two.
there was.
We had two.
there. There
of
was
them.
other trees there, but I don't remember cedar
There
trees
were
being.
two
We-
cedar
we-
trees.
I
I
remember
wish
them.
wish we had a picture.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh,
Do you know?
Now there,
Do you know of a picture that shows the cedar trees in front of the house? I have looked and I can't find a picture anywhere that shows
Yeah, there's one of me in Houston and Betty in her wagon that has.
Showing the cedar
Yes.
trees?
Well, now there's one
I
that's
have-
there's
Cleveland
one
is
of
sitting
you
somewhere down here. We
and
just
a
sitting down
houseboat
on
out
the
in the
ground.
snow. Now I don't know if it shows any cedar trees or not.
No, that was the year before that I left, the winter I
Okay.
left.
I have one of
It's
you
in-
out there when you had a. I'm gonna call
No,
it
no,
Walter
not
Reed's
again.
name You
The
had on that
dress.
dress that he gave
All
you.
right, that was the winter I left home.
Yeah, and
But
if
that
you
doesn't
was,
show the cedar tree though.
I believe it would. The snow was on, and you was standing in the snow
Yeah,
right
but I
out.
don't.
But you remember the apple tree that your little tornado took up over
Yeah.
there? All right, I was standing. That would be the background.
Who gave her a dress?
I thought you was right
Why?
out here.
Who gave her a dress?
Anyway, that was I think the angle.
I looked that up, but I believe I think you was right here a little from Pearl's car, and had the trees as your
Well,
background.
I'd like to have a picture
Yeah, I know you
I'll-
did.
I'll
with those
look them up.
I
cedars,
know
but I
that's where
haven't
you were
seen one.
standing,
Yeah.
but I don't know which angle anybody took the picture.
Well, I think it was took from yonder about the house, where the house, and she was standing out there. In
I
the
had one made in a black coat that had lamb's wool trim on it there that year, and I had one made in a long house coat, and one in that dress.
I'll tell you another one might have it too. It's when I made a picture. Somebody made a picture of Grandpa's house. We were standing right about where the pecan tree is, and that was the background. They were standing this way and took a picture of what the house.
Oh, I don't
It could have those.
I don't
trees.
remember a picture.
I have that picture.
While we're all sitting here, I'm going to get my camera and let Jim strike 2 or 3 pictures. I'm wanting to get them out and finish them while we're all sitting here together.
In just a minute.
Oh, we'd like a little
Yeah,
longer.
just a few more.
But
Jim, what I done for pastime, Pop used to, well, back then, you had to pay what's called poll tax. You've heard of that, ain't you? Vote, you know. Well, he worked on the road. They had this team drawn road graders in. And he would shoot these stumps along there, and he had dynamite and caps. And when he's gone one day, I done this one time. Every time I'd get them caps out, and I went in the house, and there's them cedar trees up there, and I got me some cold spar on a shovel, on this little old shovel, and I come out there and lay them one of them dynamite caps on. Of course, they're copper, you know, and they'd explode. Well, I'd run and get behind a tree, and it'd get hot, it'd explode. Well, I didn't get behind a tree one day, and one got me in the rear end. I had to go in and let Mama pick the stuff out of it.
How come I don't remember that? That
I
must
don't remember that.
No.
Well, when
Well, I don't know
was you a
what
big
year it
boy?
was. No, I wasn't too big. I was big enough so I could
No
find
better?
Big enough you
big
should have
enough
known
I
better.
could find the caps and stuff. But I'd put them things, I'd take them caps and put them in posts down there toward the barn and cut a little fuse off, you know, light that fuse, let them caps explode like we know.
Oh, they wasn't as strong as dynamite caps are
That's
now.
exactly what they are right now.
Well, that'd blow your head off.
Well, sure they would have then. That stuff went every which way. But they just caps like they got right now.
I didn't know you was ever that naughty. I know when Herbert Jesus stayed here, he left his razor, and it was one of these long razors that you open, laying under a little table with that little shelf down at the bottom of it. He'd leave his razor laying in there in his room, and the doors all open and everything. Of course, you was baby, but Leonard was big enough to been around that we just trusted you and that far. I reckon we didn't.
You trust us or distrust us?
We trusted you.
She, hoping, I guess, we'd get a hold of it.
Oh,
Well, you
Right.
might have bothered some.
That's probably about the time I let Rowena sit back in the fireplace.
Well, I remember that day mighty well.
Where were you? Up in the field?
No, I was somewhere around home, but
Oh.
you just roll that paper up and each one of you put it in your mouth. It's what you had done, and she was standing at the back of the fireplace, and your end gave loose first. Of course, that got wet, it gave loose, and she just said that. That was the year Grandpa Goodman died, and I know he's on his tombstone the other day when he died, and I forget.
I think I was 3 years old the way you counted from that
tape.
tape.
What's
3-year-old?
Well, at 3 years old, did I still wear
I
diapers?
don't know,
Yeah, I
but
guess you did.
you was.
Surely I
because
didn't.
I
Well,
think
you didn't wear none of you 2 or 3.
Oh, she waited until then to put the diaper on.
That's right. So you got
I
big
bet
enough.
I was wearing them at 3.
well, you didn't walk till you was nearly 2.
I know. I was
You were
handicapped.
16 months old when you walked.
But that's when she put the egg white on me, and I don't have a scar from it, so it
That
must have,
really,
egg
that
white must
really
have done
was
the work.
good. I just run and
See, I
grabbed
hadn't
the
thought
towel.
about that.
I run and grabbed the towel and just
I should
broke
have put
the
them on
egg.
those fingers, but you know I put silicone on them.
That egg white. Cleve was working somewhere back over that way, and I started to steal to him, and when she quit crying before I got down to the spring, I just drinking the egg white before I did it.
How
But
long
if,
was your long time getting over?
well, it took a good bit. That's why I remember she wore diapers, because I made one of these little rings like the inner tube kind to keep the diapers from getting sore. And Grandpa Goodwin was sick, and I'd take her up there and just lay her on the bed, and she'd lay there.
She didn't want to do nothing else.
Probably walk.
I probably now to keep a child like that still.
I was talking about seeing her husband and mother die in the church. What'd she do? Just die in the church?
Don't you remember that?
Leaned over.
Remember that?
Oh, I
She
remember
had a
that
big
well.
gorger.
Oh, that's what killed her?
She died very
She
suddenly.
was sitting by her mother, and she just leaned over. And Lee Goodwin is up here at Athens, and they was singing a song for a long time. I remember what song they were singing, but I don't know. But of course everybody quit singing. All of them went out there to Pearl Wilhite, I believe, lives where Bill lives. Somebody, and they went and got a quilt to put over a kind of pillar under her head and stretched her out there. And Lee Goodman drove to town, I forget how many minutes. They had to go to get the doctor. And he went as quick as he could, and when the doctor got there, of course, he just pronounced her dead.
Who was that?
Oh, years ago. I was very small.
Well, I just couldn't
But I can
remember.
remember
Yeah,
it because it was an
I
event that
know where she was sitting on which side of
upset everybody.
the stove there.
She was an older woman?
No, she wasn't that
No,
old.
she wasn't.
Her mother was still living, so she
Oh,
couldn't have been too old. Who was her mother?
Ain't seen her.
Oh, I ain't seen her.
Ain't seen lived to be 94. I forgot that the other day Ella mentioned about it. She was 94. And now let's see,
Who
Finley.
did we get the pups from? Ain't seen it. They're
That's
rocked them in the
Solly.
barrel.
Ain't seen his brother, Solly. Hal.
Solly Hale lived with him.
Never was married. He
Brownie?
You
I
know,
don't know.
you know what it is to have a pup, don't you?
Yeah, I do now. I thought of you when mine cries a lot.
Who did we get our dog Nellie from? Now that's the dog I remember most.
I don't know, but she must have had 15 litters of pups. Every time you turned around, there's another litter of
I
pups.
can remember Uncle Joe being down here when we had her as a very young puppy. I don't know why. If he brought her maybe from someplace. I can remember him being here at the time she was a little puppy.
Waddy was the dog that Cleve had when we was married. And he died under one of your cedar trees right over there on the first side of the
And what
road.
did Waddy do?
Okay, now Mom remembers the cedar tree.
I don't know.
Now, there was a tree right over there.
Cedar tree over there.
Okay.
And I guess it was the
Leonard
cedar.
was tongue-tied when he was a little boy.
I wasn't tongue-tied.
Yeah, he
Who
was.
cut it?
Dr. Cowden.
Dr. Cowden cut it.
Cowden took the scissors
And
cut
How
it.
old was it?
And he
He was
said,
about 6 or 8 months
no, that
old.
was Fred.
I
was
wasn't
the dog
talking
Fred,
then.
wasn't
Well, you wasn't talking, but you didn't talk plain on. You couldn't say anything that started with an F. You'd say fed, eat, throw some thighs.
Said he throws and ties.
Well, ain't nobody remembers that but you, Mom.
How old was he when he clipped his tongue?
He's about 6 or 8 months old. 6
Months old.
months old.
See, she's talking about
Well,
I talked
you
for
couldn't
then
have
I
talked
put him in
about
the
this.
Oh, no, he wasn't talking. We didn't on Cleve's mother.
When did he learn to say his F?
I'm not.
But now there's a lot of children, they don't say the some